Well, I might as well record a little bit. So I just hit a pretty good major Sasquatch hangout. I got a picture of a structure over that way. Tell you what, it's really neat in here. They have perches everywhere. They mark them out. And here's a little structure right there. That was really cool. So their dead center is right here. Everything in the background is going to line up and land on cue. Your X's. See a leaf? Maybe this is where I need to stand, but they hung this, guys. How do I know? Because I follow their trails and they hang them pretty consistently down trails. They use them for markers. I was looking for another one, so I don't know if this is marking a trail or, yeah, probably, maybe a trail. That is absolutely beautiful structure. The one back there is phenomenal, but I'm not going back. I'm kind of in a hurry. Oh yeah, that's a trail marker. So here's where they walk. There's the next trail marker. Let's follow their trail. There it is. Come on, Sasquatch's trail. So, a little structure here. This is beautiful. So there's a trail marker now. See the brown one there? Here's a Bigfoot track. They're all over in here, guys. So they do little bends, you know, it's like, and I'm starting to notice today, I learned something pretty much new every time I come out. But here's a bend, right? A little bend and a tuck. So they stay on this side of it and walk. And here's a trail marker. Here's a branch that's broke. And many ways of marking. Here comes a car. Not very many cars down here. It's used to be an old railroad track, and it goes for a long ways through. One of the longer dirt roads around here. Yeah, see where they're digging there? They even mark this. I'm looking above. Maybe they mark that for food, but yeah, they're digging all over right here. But anyways, this hangout is, you see how thick it is? It stays moist underneath. They get grubs, worms, and all that out of this. Lots of it. Protein. Earthworms are 80, I just read it like 2 days ago, 86% protein by body weight. Phenomenal. That's so cool. So here's another bend, right? There's your dead center. It's neat. Neat what they do. Triangle. Here's an X, but a lot of times it's triangled out, especially the ones that are marked up top. There'll be food or food stashes or a hole. That looks like a hair. Not a hair. If I had more, there is a hole here, so there is a hole there. But they stash food, guys. They'll dig a hole. Look at this. That's a hand, guys. There is not a claw there. You see how it's grabbed? You can see the fingerprints right there. There's one. And you can see the probably fingernails, but here's where they grabbed and pulled back. And oh, I thought I found a hair. There's the pile. Pretty big scoop for one hand. You see how it's marked? Broke down. Let's see if they got any more markers right here. Yeah, broke that way. See how they have a stick right here pointing right to it? They mark good food spots. They store food in spots. There's a nice little structure right there. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I gotta get a good camera and a stabilizer. Here's where one was sitting and digging. Oh, this is really neat. It's cool because a lot of times you can see the fingers where they stuck in. That's not a bear. So right here, you can see his nail. Sorry, let's see if I can get this to show. His nail stuck up in there and his fingers right here. That's a nail. That is not a claw, guys. And these spots, if it's a bear, you'll see the claws. There's no claw marks. I find more Sasquatch sign than I do bear sign. And when I do find bear sign, you know it's a bear because when they dig, there's claws. This, how do I know this is a hangout? Look at all the digging they're doing for food. They forage a lot. Look at that, guys. That's phenomenal. You see how that's marked? Triangled out. They dig below it. Look at how they only dug between the sticks here. Didn't go by it. Dug. This is fresh. This is today they're digging this, guys. That's fresh. You guys are awesome. And I got a lot to do today, so I'm working my way out. Oh, I gotta get better equipment, and I don't know if I'm gonna ever post these videos. Somebody will come across them probably, and be like, this guy knew what he was talking about. Or they're gonna be like, this guy's fucking nuts. Here's a bedding area. Right here, X marks the spot. This is actually where one will sit. And they usually do little blinds here. Okay, so that's cool. There's a blind right there. They'll break branches downwards. I don't see none broke down here. They're pretty far in. But if it's more towards the road, they will break them. Oh, here they are. So they broke them downwards here. How do I know this? Because I've been in these things a million times, guys. So they break them down. Creates a blind. Little place where they set. They lay a lot of sticks down usually. There's quite a bit right here. I think this is a little perch right here. Okay, here's another thing they do in their perches. I don't know how the hell they do it. They glue these on here. They put something on and get these things to stick. I've seen like these things in balls, all sorts of sticks they use to stick together. See how that's brought across? They made a blind here. This is literally the home of a Sasquatch hanging out. He lays here, guys. How do I know? Because I do find hair in these things. Not all the time. Some shed more than others. Maybe some shed at different times, or maybe some are more groomed than others. I don't know. If I sat here, I'd probably pull out hair here, but I have a whole freaking Ziploc bag. I gave my hair away. The first ones I started finding, I gave them away. Actually, that's a piece of hair. Where the frick did it go? Del Rio, what the heck? Abe Del Rio, him and his buddy. I gave him to them, and there's guys that were his buddy. I can't remember his name. I remember Abe Del Rio's name because another guy I watch, Rio. His name's Rio. He does Sasquatching, but that's how I remember the one guy's. Look at that little structure. If you study this, there'll be some in there that there's no way it could have ended up in there unless it was placed. You see the tracks? Here's the track, guys. Here's the heel. There's the top of the toe. I mean, this is well traveled. Dug up. They eat. Why did I come? I've been by this area, you know, through my life quite a few times, but we come through this road last night from a wedding. Kind of cut through a back road, and we can see all that's all pushed up. All pushed up. One probably sat right here. X marks the spot. So here's probably, and they literally, you see how it's triangled out and there's an X there. Maybe they're marking a food source. You know, maybe it looks like one sits right here, you know, I don't know. Here's a rock that was there not very long. It's freaking awesome. See how that's, you know, like flattened? Wow. 3 rocks in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. I think, oh man, I gotta get back in here when I have more time. It's cool. They actually clear out their spots where they sit. Here's another perch, I think. They were just here. See how it's, all that's pushed to the side? All that's pushed to the side. Oh, you know, I know other animals do it, but other animals don't structure things and create blinds. And so you see how these sticks are placed in here? They break things downwards. There's another little stick placed there. You see how they place that sideways? They create a little area for themselves. And so one was right here, one was up in there, and then here you go. This kind of stuff actually, you know, if somebody's to walk through there and they were right here, this breaks up their silhouette. You see how the thinner part of the forest there, that goes that way. Thinner part of the forest on this side of it, it goes that way. The thick part, they did a little bit up front there, but they didn't worry about it too much because there's no seeing through it. So when they're down here, you're walking through, you have no freaking clue. You know? Look at this. Triangled out. Both come on point. Look at that. That one's hung in there, guys. How do they do that? That is very well balanced. Like literally they balanced this thing and added to it. This is hung on literally one branch. But there's why they're marking it. They come up here with little sticks. You see that little stick there? They'll come up here and they'll poke that right in there, and then they'll freaking, that's an ant hill. They'll eat ants, you know. These are the types of foods they eat. What is that, guys? You guys are so cool. Wow. Oh, holy shit. I see how they got it to stay on this end. They didn't have a they didn't have a branch to hang here, so what they did is they bent this bottom branch upwards to where it had a Y, laid it in there. They literally lodged this in between the two trees and propped it up against that to hold it. That's a tractor. That's a tractor. Pretty close to the road. They don't care in Minnesota, you know? You know why they don't care how far they are from roads and stuff? Look at it in here. I can literally see, farthest I can see is probably 20 yards that way, maybe. And it's not clear at all. Like if a Sasquatch was back there 20 yards away, I would think it was I probably wouldn't even think it was anything. It would look like, you know, another tree back there, pieces of a tree that I'd see or something, you know. This one's actually pointing, so you see all the structures perfectly through where that's pointing. It's phenomenal. Look at these bends. They always have a dead center, guys. Here's your dead center. And then this. It's beautiful. If you line up with the dead center, the structures in the back start lining up. So let's see here. I think I gotta stand right here. See that one that's broke off? It lines up with the top. I'm gonna line that up. See the X's are being created. You see how the bend hits perfectly right at the base of the X. And then it comes up. There's your dead center. There's your other X. Maybe that one's supposed to land there. I'm telling you guys, see that lean back there? Lands dead center of that X. See that tree that's pushed over? Maybe I'm supposed to be right there. So that tree that's leaned over in the back there, lands, they leaned it to land center. It's like, I don't know if one sits or and watches. Look at the bend here too. Bent and tucked. So neat. I don't know if one will sit there and watch. You know, and give directions on how to do it. As the other one lines it up, you know. I gotta get back in here and look around though. I'm telling you, now that I've been through here, and they know I know, they're gonna structure the shit out of it more because they need to feel safe. They need to feel safe. There's a hangout pointer, guys. See where it goes there? Bends and then points. It's pointing to their hangout right there. There'll be a trail going right there, guys. There's a trail here too, but they don't follow one trail all the time, by all means. And I think it's due to keeping it so it don't get so packed down and noticeable. See all the trail markers? 1, 2, 3. The bend, the X. Going under it right now. Another there. So this is their trail. Another there. Here's their trail. See it's broke there. Okay. I know what Sasquatch smells like now. So he was sitting here watching me while I was in there. I can smell him. He was just here. This smell will dissipate. I hear you, buddy. It's okay. But right on their trail, see the marker there? Right on their trail here is the marker. This says hangout. See where that's pointing? I gotta get down in there too. It's freaking awesome. So now this one here, I think they step under these. This one's pretty low, so I don't know. But something's walking over there. That's probably another trail. Yeah, that's another trail going through there. Right here, guys. He headed that way. The one that was sitting here, he's down there now. Nadahoo! It's okay, buddy. I know you're there. I know you're here. It's okay. I'm leaving. Bye, bud. I talked to him. I think that's important, you know. They're far from stupid. They know you're here. I'm dragging a stick. They know where I'm at way before I ever have any clue where their hangout is or where they're at. Their main purpose, not main purpose, they need to know where you're at, you know. It's a safety thing. So they're gonna follow you. They're pros at it. They are pros. Many people don't know the smell. I know it. I've been in areas enough. I know the smell of Sasquatch. They got a distinct smell. They don't stink. Maybe some people might think so. I think they smell good. So here's another thing Sasquatch will do. They'll place... Car coming.